Hello students, today we will discuss about the chapter 7, that is the types of crops. In the previous chapter or in the chapter 6 we have discussed different types of agriculture, and this is the chapter in which we read about different types of crops that are cultivated. The major type of crops are mainly the food crops, cash crops, plantation crops, fiber crops and so on. Okay, let's start this chapter. We will discuss in this chapter different types of food crops like the rice, wheat, maize and different types of cash crops like the cotton, jute. Okay, let's start. At first we read about the different types of food crops. What does food crops means? The crops that are grown to feed the people are called the food crops. These crops provide most of the calories and proteins in the diet. Some cereals like rice, wheat, maize, these are the examples of food crops. In the previous session I have already discussed about what are food crops, what are cash crops. So these are the food crops. And what is cash crops? Cash crops are those by which we can earn some foreign exchange or the foreign money. Okay, so they are economically advantageous, that are cash crops, and the crops that mainly provide the proteins and provide calories to the people, and this is called as the food crops. Okay, so food crops are cultivated on almost 60% of the world's agricultural land. So total agricultural land in which the crops are cultivated, among them 60% are food crops. Okay, so at first we will discuss about the wheat. Number 1, these are mainly grown in temperate regions, grown in the regions where extensive farming is practiced. What does it mean? We have already discussed what is intensive farming, what is extensive farming. So extensive farming are those where machinization is highly practiced. Even with that, large farm size and the lots of area are cultivated under only one type of crop. So crop specialization is there. So the major wheat producing countries or the areas are those where extensive farming is practiced. So the required climate of the wheat production are those I have pointed out. Number 1, moderate temperature is required. For the wheat cultivation, temperature that is required is moderate. That is why they are mainly grown in the temperate region. What does it mean? In temperate regions, there is neither too hot and not too cold. That is why the moderate temperature is there. Temperature is about 10 degrees Celsius at the sowing time and 15 degrees Celsius at the ripening time. This is the required temperature. So for the sowing of that crop, it is required almost very low temperature like 10 degree, and in the time of ripening it is needed to have 15 degrees Celsius. Rainfall amount should be 50 to 75 semi. This is also very less. So in the temperate regions, they have this kind of climate that are required for the wheat cultivation, like less rainfall with that low temperature. Next we have cool and moist weather during cultivation but bright sunshine at harvesting. So the cool and moist weather should be needed during the cultivation of wheat, but when they are harvesting, in that time bright sunshine is needed. Frost is very harmful for wheat. Lastly, what type of soil is needed? Mainly sandy or loamy soil is needed for the wheat cultivation, and also that should be very well drained. Okay, these are the required climate for the wheat cultivation. This is also a food crops. Now we will see what are the countries or where the wheats are mainly produced. Okay, so the temperate regions I have already discussed. The required climate for a wheat cultivation is needed, that is mainly found in the temperate regions. That is why temperate grasslands or prairies of North America, Canada, Argentina, China and India, also some parts of northern India mainly, that are very much well suited for the wheat cultivation. In India, where the wheat are mainly grown is the states like Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh. These are the states where mainly wheat are produced. So see the map. This is the world map. Average regional wheat output kg per hectare. You can see the countries where mainly wheats are grown, like the North America, the prairie grasslands in North America, even that, the temperate grasslands in South America also. So all the temperate regions are mainly suitable for the wheat cultivation. And in our India, this is the map where the wheats are cultivated, mainly in the northern India, comprised of Punjab, some portion of Haryana, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh. Okay, this is the region where wheat are cultivated in our country. Next we will discuss about the rice, the most important crop for Indian citizens also and all of the Southeast Asian countries. Rice is a very important production. Rice is a major cereal of the world. This is also a major cereal of the world. Even this is a staple diet of the tropical and subtropical people. Okay, like in our case in Bangladesh, Pakistan, in India, rice is also a staple diet. We all day we eat just rice as a main food, right? So this is a, in world this is also a major cereal. Even with that, in tropical and subtropical people that are living in subtropical and tropical areas, for them rice is also staple diet. So what are the required climate that are required for the rice cultivation? For wheat cultivation, what we have seen is the very low temperature, like which are found in the temperate grasslands, and with that low temperature, with that low rainfall is also needed. But for the rice cultivation, as it is mainly produced in the tropical countries or the subtropical countries, the most important thing is the hot and humid climate should be required, because in tropical countries there should be very high temperature, high rainfall, right? So the most important thing that are needed is the hot and humid climate, because mainly found in the tropical climate. Next is the high temperature, because hot and humid, so high temperature almost 25 to 30 degrees Celsius of temperature is needed. Even with that, very high amount of rainfall like 150 semi to 200 semi rainfall is also needed. So very high temperature following with very high rainfall. The rice fields, or you can say the paddy fields, should be flooded, grows in stagnant water. What does it mean? Rice are mainly should be cultivated in the flooded land, or you can say the flooded or flood plains, because they grows mainly stagnant water. The rice should be cultivated in that field where the water can be stagnant. They will not flow enough, they will be stagnant there. That is why the flood plain will be the perfect plot or the perfect land for the rice cultivation. Okay, so the rice cultivation also requires plenty of manual labor, as most of the work is done by the hand. This is not mainly done by the machines, or the mechanization is not there, mainly done by the manual labor. So lots of manual labor is also required. And lastly, what should be the soil type? Very fertile alluvial soil with the clay subsoil is needed. And where the alluvial soil is mainly found? It is mainly found alongside the river, in the floodplain of the river. That is why in our West Bengal it is also very much well suited for the rice cultivation. So this is the required climate for rice cultivation. Now we will see what are the major areas in the world and in our India also where rice are generally grown. In world, the Southeast Asian countries like India, China, Sri Lanka, Indonesia and Myanmar also there. These are the major countries where the rice is produced in extensive way. China is the leading producer of the rice, and after that India is there and so many countries. So this is the world map. Have some look, students, where mainly rice are grown. As you can see, this is the Southeast Asian countries, and all these parts are mainly suitable for the rice cultivation. And here is India, China, Indonesia, Myanmar, Bangladesh is also there. So these are the major rice producing countries in the world. See this picture. Here you have some better idea how much percentage each of the country carries in rice cultivation. Like China has the highest percentage, and after that India is also there. So you have already have an idea about the what are the major places in the or the major regions in the world where the rice are mainly cultivated. Okay. Now in India, what are those states that are the leading producer of rice? That are mainly West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Assam, Orissa and Bihar. These are the major states in the rice production. Okay, like in our West Bengal, rice are mainly produced alongside the Hooghly river in the floodplain or the delta region of the Bengal. Now we will discuss about the what are the different varieties of rice that are mainly produced. Like what are the varieties? There are mainly two varieties. One is upland rice and another one is the lowland rice. What does these two means? Upland rice, so rice is the staple food in our country also. That is why it should be cultivated in any places. So the rice that are mainly cultivated in the terrace farming or the terrace formation in the hilly terrain, that is called as the upland rice. The upland variety is grown mainly in the terraced farming and mainly in the hilly region like the Kalimpong, Karshang, this region. And what are the lowland rice that are mainly cultivated in the delta region or you can say in the floodplain, mainly grown in the river basin. So these two type of the rice are mainly cultivated. We have covered the rice. We have already covered major food crops like the wheat and rice. We have also some food crops like the maize, and maize is the major staple food of the Latin American people. Latin American means the South America, as rice is the staple food of the Southeast Asian countries like India, China, I have already discussed. So maize is the major food crop or major staple food for the Latin American people. We have already covered the food crops. Next we will discuss about the cash crops. What does cash crops means? Cash crops are crops that are grown for the profit. So the main purpose of cultivating cash crops is to earn some profit. This will not be as the food crops like by which we have some calories, protein and it should be in our diet. No, not like that. It should be mainly cultivated for the earning of profit. The term is used to differentiate from the subsistence crops, which are those fed to the producer's own livestock or grown as food for the producer's family. Now we will discuss about the different types of cash crops like the cotton, jute, sugarcane and so on. Okay, let's start the cash crops. It will be a indicator of the economic indicator of country also, because it will, if the industry will grow, then the economic growth will be there. Grows in tropical and subtropical regions. So cotton are the main cash crops of tropical and subtropical regions. As I have said earlier, in the case of rice, that is also grown in tropical and subtropical regions. So it means it will need some temperature of very high temperature and with that humid type of weather. So what are the required climate that cotton needs for their growth? At first they need very high temperature. So the tropical and subtropical countries, that is why they need very high temperature, about 27 degree of temperature that cotton is need, and the light rainfall. Though it is the major cash crops of tropical region, still it does not need much rainfall. little rainfall like 75 to 100 centimeter of rainfall that is required for the cotton cultivation. Next we have the frost free days and bright sunshine. What does it means? For the cotton cultivation, frost is very effective, like it will affect the cotton cultivation. Okay, that is why frost free days, even almost of 200 of frost free days should be required. And the bright sunshine is also needed, like during the growing period it needs very bright sunshine. What is the type of soil that is required? Cotton is mainly grown in black and alluvial soil. So the region that has the black soil, that is very much suitable for the cotton cultivation. What is the growing countries of cotton? That are Egypt, USA, China, India, Brazil, that are the major cotton producing countries. Even in our country we have Maharashtra. There is very much suitable for cotton cultivation. Why? Because in Maharashtra the black soil is there. This is also called as the black cotton soil. So black soil is very much important for the cotton cultivation. This is the cotton producing regions of India that I have said earlier. Maharashtra, Gujarat, these are the major producer of the cotton. This is a cotton balls that are produced in a tree. Have some look. And this is the states. These are the states which are the major producers of cotton in India, like Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka and so on. Next crop we will discuss about is the jute. It is called as the golden fiber for its economic significance and also of its golden color. So jute is of golden color. Even with that, it will give us much amount of foreign earnings. For these reasons, jute is called as the golden fiber. Okay. You should remember, student, why jute is called golden fiber? Because of its economic significance and its color, golden color, for these two reasons. Jute is widely used for packaging of agricultural and manufactural products. So it is named as brown paper bag of the wholesale markets, because the packaging industry, even with that, the agricultural product and the manufactural products that are mainly packaged in the bags that are made of jute, that is why they are called as the brown paper bag of the wholesale market. So what are the required climate that is needed for the jute cultivation? This crop is grown in the tropical areas. So this is also another crop that is mainly grown in the tropical areas. That is why you have already some idea. Tropical area means, tropical region means where the temperature, rainfall, humidity all is very much high. So what are the required climate that jute is needed for its cultivation? Are following. Like at first very high temperature is needed, like more than 25 degrees Celsius. So I have already told, tropical crop, that is why it also needs some very high amount of temperature, that is more than 25 degree. But jute, unlike the cotton, it also requires very high amount of rainfall, almost more than 150 semi of rainfall. Okay, 150 semi of rainfall and more than 25 degrees Celsius of temperature. Even with that, jute needs a very high humidity, like more than 80%. What is the soil type? Fertile alluvial soil or the flat plains or deltas. Okay, fertile alluvial soils that are mainly found in the flat plains or deltas, that are very much suitable for the jute cultivation. So what are the major countries that the jutes are produced there? Is the India, Bangladesh, Brazil, China, Thailand. These are the major countries where jute is produced. This industry, even the jute cultivation and the total industry, is running on manual labor also. so many laborers that are engaged in the jute cultivation, jute industry. Okay, jute mill. Maximum jute mills are found in West Bengal or alongside of the Hooghly river, because the flat plain of the Hooghly river is very much suitable for the jute cultivation. So students, remember why jute is called the golden fiber, why they are called this, what are the major countries, what is the required climate for the jute cultivation. Okay, so have some look. So nice picture of the jute cultivation. This is also some manual labor is needed for the jute cultivation in every stage, from the sowing season, from the growing season, up to the jute, up to its transfer to the jute mill. Maximum amount of manual labor that is needed. They are mainly cultivated in the river flat plain or the delta region. So this is the picture of the jute cultivation. The jute stalks are laid in the roadside. Manual labor is needed in all cases. This is the picture of jute cultivation. Next we will discuss about the sugarcane. Another cash crops, that is sugarcane. Sugarcane is also a tropical crop. This is the main source of sugar. It belongs to the grass family and also main source of sugar. That means from the sugarcane we have the sugar, and the sugar industry is running by this crop. What are the required climate that are needed for the sugarcane? These are below, like the temperature, rainfall and soil. Of course this is a tropical crop, so it will also need very high temperature, like it will need 21 to 27 degrees Celsius of very high temperature. Rainfall should be 125 semi, and the soil should be very fertile with that well drained loamy soil. So this is the required climate that sugarcane requires for its cultivation. What are the countries that mainly produce the sugarcane? Brazil is the leading producer of sugarcane. Okay, here would be Brazil. So Brazil is the leading producer, the highest producer of the sugarcane. After that we have India, Cuba, China, United States. These are the countries where sugarcane are produced. In India, what are the major states that produce the sugarcane? Are the Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu. These are the major sugarcane producing states. So this is the map of India, where you have some idea, like the deep color that shows the highest production, and the color as fades, then it shows the lower grade of production, like the Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu. This much area that grows sugarcane. Okay, we have already discussed about the different types of food crops, even with that different types of cash crops in this class. Today we will end this session, and in the next class we will discuss about the remaining portion, like the other crops. Okay students, thank you.